Hello, good morning and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Thrax. This is my first time hosting the Tech Spark Show with y'all. And joining me today, we have Kareem, who's our field application engineer. And Kareem, say hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
So today, it's very special for Kareem to join us because we'll be missing you dearly since Kareem is getting married. Yeah, I mean it's going to be very exciting. But before he goes, we begged him to stay with us and talk about this fun topic today with y'all. So today what we're going to talk about is smart home. We're going to talk about the Matter protocol, and we're going to talk about the Meanwhile product that supports Matter protocol, and we'll even include a live demo. Okay. Without further ado, shall we get it started?
Yep.
And it seems like we want to go to the next page, but it's
Yeah.
not gonna. Let's try something else. Okay,
Okay,
there we go.
here we go. So before we get start to the matter, I wanna just giving like an introduction about the smart homes.
Right.
What is the meaning of a smart home? So on those days in our homes, we have devices that we call it a smart. Why we call it a smart? Because those devices, it has a local network, and through the local, as long as you have a local network, you're gonna have able to access with this device. And so once you access with this device, you're gonna have full control of the device, and also you can monitor the device. So from the picture you guys seeing here, we have multiple devices. So each device is doing a specific function, like here for home entertainment or for lighting application, for heating, cooling, for cooling system and heating system, we have the security. So let's take like the security, which is the camera, as an example. You have a camera, and let's say the camera is working with the Wi-Fi communication network, and with your phone you're gonna scan the QR code of the camera, and in this case you're gonna download whatever the company that you're gonna buy the camera, you can download, and once you download, you're able to communicate with the camera through the Wi-Fi, and through this app you're gonna able to communicate, monitoring, and have like recording or whatever that you want to do it on the camera. So this is a kind of the meaning of smart homes, like something smart you can communicate it with a local network. So here we have like, as I mentioned in the first page, we have multiple devices. Those devices for lighting, maybe they can use like a network like Zigbee network. We have like a door locker. It's using Z-Wave. We have like a touch screen, like a temperature screen here using a Bluetooth. So we have multiple devices, and those devices, as you can see, they speak a different language. Some of them, the network is not same, which is make a problem for us. That okay, in order to control the light, I have to download one app specific for which brand, like a specific brand. I need to download the app just to control the light, and so on. So here a bit like it's gonna be inconvenience to have like 20 apps on your phone just to control in everything individually. So Srax, can you tell us a little bit about the meaning of those protocols and how we can solve this problem?
Sure. So as you can see, Kareem mentioned, with different protocols, really the users are choosing different ecosystems. Meaning when they buy their smart home devices, regardless if it's camera, regardless it's door control lock, they want to choose so that they all speak the same protocol or same language. However, the different protocols or different languages have different features and make them good for some aspects, but not so good in others. For example, as we can see, we listed 5 of the most common protocols we see in smart home or IoT industry. For Z-Wave, for example, the biggest advantage of Z-Wave is the longest range. The Z-Wave long range can go up to 2 kilometers or 1.5 miles, give or take. For Zigbee, on the other hand, it's the most advantageous point for Zigbee is the amount of devices. It can go on 65,000 devices in same network, which is humongous. For Thread, the biggest advantage of Thread is its topology and its stability of the network connection. For the Wi-Fi, obviously, although the power consumption of Wi-Fi is very high, but the data rate is very high here as well. So comparing to all the others, it's magnitudes better than all the other protocols. And lastly, for Bluetooth, especially Bluetooth low energy, the power consumption is very low. For certain battery-powered equipments, Bluetooth might be the only option. So as you can see, all these different protocols and different ecosystems have their own strengths and weaknesses. However, with Matter, which is a layer on top of all the different protocols, we're able to utilize all the protocols as needed and utilize on the product where certain functions are most needed. Okay?
So for my understanding right now, for Matter, does Matter is gonna able to communicate with all the protocols, or there is a specific protocol that Matter can talk to us directly, or do we need like a device in between to able to communicate between that, or?
Indeed. So for Matter protocol, it's natively supporting Thread and Wi-Fi. And in order to communicate with Z-Wave, Zigbee, and Bluetooth, a bridge is needed.
Okay, so in order to have those systems work with Matter, you need a bridge.
That's right.
So why we don't just use a bridge instead of using Matter? Like why we care about the Matter? We're gonna have a bridge end of the day, so why we need Matter?
I see. That's a very good point. So let's talk about the differences of you adding a bridge to a legacy system versus utilizing certified Matter devices. Okay. In this page, we see that we have a Matter Zigbee bridge. Okay. On the left side, the green part is Matter network. On the right side is legacy or existing Zigbee network. Okay, and then we added a bridge device in between, which is translating or communicating between different protocols. So now let's assume on your mobile phone you want to send a command to the lights. The mobile phone will send the command through the Matter network first. You see that all the lights on the Matter network with number will be able to get that command, and the same command will send to the bridge at the same time. Now the bridge is gonna convert and then send the same command but in Zigbee language and then send it through the Zigbee network. Then the Zigbee lights will turn on or turn off depending on the command. The advantages and disadvantages of using legacy devices with bridge, obviously it's very easy to retrofit. You can add a bridge device, the existing Zigbee network or Z-Wave network will be able to work with your Matter devices or Matter hub, but the functionalities can be limited. Especially when we talk about older generations of Zigbee and Z-Wave, functionalities that are supported by the new Matter protocol is not supported in the old system, so you are handling with limited functionalities. Latency-wise, as you can see, the communication is not direct. You're going through a bridge and then going to another network. The latency is very noticeable from time to time. The other thing often neglected is firmware upgrades, because all these network devices will constantly be pushing out new firmwares, typically for security reasons or for feature upgrades. But if you add a bridge, typically you're not able to, from the Matter network, and do the firmware upgrade on your existing Zigbee network devices. Okay? Compare that to if it's a certified Matter devices. Number one, the topology is going to be very simple. Right? You don't need add a device as a bridge in between. You're going to be able to enjoy the full functionalities and all the future upgrades, and it's going to be much more secure compared to the legacy devices with bridges.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Yeah.
And here, Kareem, can you tell us more about the hubs we just mentioned?
Yeah. So to make everything a little bit simple. So at the beginning, we have a smart devices. Those smart devices using a network like Thread, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee. So Matter able to talk directly with Thread and Wi-Fi. But for Zigbee and Bluetooth and Z-Wave, we need something called a bridge, something in between to convert the language of those protocols to the Matter language. So once we have, this is the first stage, which is the device, smart device. Second stage is the protocol, which is the Matter. And the Matter again talking to something, it's called hub. Hub here means we have the protocol, we have the device, but we need the controller. So hubs here is working as a controller that you can send the command. Like thinking about it, when we have a campus, we have campus. So we have the device, we have the power supply, and inside the power supply, we have the CAN card. And in order to communicate, you need a controller. Here we need something called hubs. So we have many different hubs. We have Amazon hubs, we have Google, we have Apple, and we have the Samsung. So there is many hubs. Each one of them, they have the advantage and disadvantage, but all of them you can send a command by your voice. However, for Amazon, it's a little bit more advanced, smart, and also Samsung, Google Home, you can send the command by voice, or you can send the command also by a smart touch screen.
Right.
So this is pretty much what we need from this slide, that we need the smart, we need the Matter, which is, this is the protocol, and we need the hubs. So the requirement, you have the smart device, you have the hubs. That's it.
Thank you, Karim.
So Strax, can you tell us a bit about the Matter business side? What is the business side of
Right.
Matter?
So why do we believe Matter is the future here? Okay. So first of all, Matter is developed by CSA. Okay. CSA is short for Connectivity Standard Alliance. They used to be the ZigBee Alliance. Now they are CSA. They develop, they certify, and they promote the Matter protocol and devices. Okay. The members of CSA include many of the heavy hitters and big companies in the IoT field, including Amazon, Google, Apple, Samsung, LG, and all the other companies that is, pushing out products and helping building and developing the newer versions of Matter. Okay? Matter is clearly where the industry is going. Okay? I have one proof for you is that Matter 1.0 was very recent. It was released in late 2022. Guess how many products we have that is certified Matter already in 2025? We have more than 4,000 Alliance certified Matter products, which is the same magnitude of Zigbee and Z-Wave already. And Zigbee and Z-Wave, they have 20 years head start than Matter. We're clearly seeing that the industry is moving this direction. All the manufacturers of smart home devices are going for Matter. All the hard manufacturers are going for Matter. And the end users, they're not gonna, deal with the dilemma of choosing between different ecosystem anymore. They'll just buy Matter and they're gonna be able to, utilize in their homes. So that's why in Meanwhile, we also introduce Matter in our devices so that we'll be able to, work with the system and follow the industry trend.
I see. So I have a question here for the Matter 1.0. What
Yes.
does mean?
So that means the first official released version of Matter. Okay. And that is where, all the certified Matter products, starting to, pop out.
So that's mean this is the first firmware of Matter, right?
That's a first official release firmware. Like before that, that would be like 0 point something. That's more on the beta side. And then the first 1.0 is the one that released. And then that's when the Alliance certified products based on.
Okay. Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
And Karim, I'll hand it back to you. Can you show us more about the Meanwhile product that have Matter certified?
Yeah, of course. So what we have so far, we have the XLC series, and the XLC series comes with 25 watts, 40 watts, 60 watts. And those series, it comes with the constant power design for the XLC 25, 40, and 60. However, for the 60, it has like a little bit like more variety, which is it comes with the constant voltage and or constant power. So this is a little bit variety. Here we supporting Matter 1.3 version. So the firmware here it's supporting 1.3. And for the devices that using constant power, we have the output current, so you can adjust this from 300 milliamp up to 1700 milliamp by dip switches. So by changing the dip switches, you can adjust the output current based on your load requirement. The input voltage is the wide input voltage from 100 to 305, which is accept also 277 inputs. And here also this power supply is suitable for the emergency lighting applications. And all of that comes with 5 years warranty.
That's good. That's good. For those viewers who's not that familiar with LED drivers, can you tell us a bit more about the constant power design, please?
Yeah, so for the constant power, that means the power supply or the driver is gonna push a constant power.
Okay.
What does mean? Like if you see on the blue graph here, on this graph, we're gonna take the 40 watt as an example. So for the lower graph, we have from 9 volt up to 28.6 volt, which is this is the low voltage. The power supply here is gonna work as a constant current, which means you're gonna push the current that you're gonna select, and the voltage is gonna be various based on your load.
Right.
This is the meaning of constant current. Then if the load is requirement a higher voltage than 28.6 to 54, that means the power supply is gonna act as a power limiter.
Okay.
Again, we have 40 watt, so the power cannot exceed the 40 watt. So for those stage, which is this stage, the power supply is gonna increase the voltage and limit the current in order to maintain the 40 watt.
Got it.
Yeah. So here let's have some application just to maybe you guys giving you a view for what those kinds of application you can use Matter with. So we have for residential application, maybe we can take like one example for the decorative life in the kitchen. So you have the kitchen, you have decorative light, you have a strip light, and those strip lights need a LED driver. So you can use our XLC, which is a constant voltage, and we have 12 volt, 24 volt, and 48 volts. So you can select based on your strip light requirement. You can select the proper LED driver. Then with the driver, it has supporting Matter. So you have like, for example, here Apple HomePod, you can connect it, and through Siri you can control the light for your kitchen. Here another application. In this application, as Rex mentioned, that we're gonna have a demo. So the office light here for the commercial side, you can change your office light with, or you can keep the light and changing just the driver. And with the driver, it has a supporting Matter. It can be communicated with the Apple HomePod or whatever the hubs that we talk about, and through that you can have a fully control. However, I want to mention something here for the office light, that the maximum number of driver, it has to be connected in one room. It shouldn't exceed it driver, because if it exceed it driver, it's miscommunication and the response time is gonna be bad. So please keep in mind the maximum driver in one room is just 8 drivers. So here, before we start the demo, I need to show you what we have on the room. So the room that we changing the light last week, we have 3 lights, trophy lights, and each light is 40 watt, and we have 4 drivers, and those driver constant 3 drivers, and those 3 drivers constant power, and each one of them it's 40 watt, comes with Matter. So in terms, this is the smart driver. So we need to connect this, as I mentioned, to the hub. So here we're using Alexa hub. We're using Amazon Echo Show 8, which is gonna act as a hub. And in the meantime, we have a smart switch. So through the smart switch, we can turn on and turn off the lights. So this is pretty much the system.
Thank you, Kareem. And now we're gonna transfer the view to Lorraine, our colleague in our conference room, and do the live demo for you.
All right, hello everybody. Can you hear me right now? Awesome. So I'm going to demonstrate you a couple of ways that we can utilize this remote control.
Okay, so as you can see right now, you're able to see us and the demo view. We're gonna unpin ourselves, and you should be able to see the demo room, and Lorraine can, take it from here.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Threx. So first of all, I'm going to showcase you guys this smart wireless remote control that we were talking about. So this one is really straight up. You just simply click on the off. You can turn all the lights off. And the one click, you can turn it back on. And next, we have this Amazon Hub. It's the Alexa. Let's take a look here. It's a touch screen, so it's pretty easy to access. First of all, you just have to find your device. So over here, we have all the conference rooms set up. And just simply with one click, you turn all the lights off. One more click, you turn it back on. You can even adjust the brightness using the touch screen. And lastly, this also supports voice control. Alexa, turn off all the conference room lights.
Sorry, I didn't find a group or device named all.
Oops, let me try it one more time. Alexa, turn off the conference room lights. Alexa, turn on the conference room lights. Alexa, dim the conference lights to 10%. So here we go. It was pretty straightforward. And that's all I'm gonna demo to you guys. Now we're gonna get it back to Threx and Kareem to tell you more about the setup.
All right, thank you, Lorraine. Thank you very much. As you can see, that there are indeed many options to control the lights. And what do we have for the next step in our conference room is that we do intend to make it so that we'll be able to, without manual control, the sensors will be able to tell us, or will be able to tell the light when to turn on and when to turn off, right? So Corinne, once he's back from his honeymoon trip, and probably we're gonna be able to install the one thing. It would be the infrared motion sensor. That motion sensor is set up so that once there's someone going into the meeting room to have a meeting and whatnot, and as long as there's somebody still in the meeting room, the light will be on and set to the proper dimming condition, with the help of the light sensor as well. So the light sensor is able to determine, in addition to the lights we installed, but also the environmental light, to change the dimming to the proper level so that it's not going to be too bright, it's not going to be too dark for different applications.
Yeah, so in order to use, you don't have to use this the smart switch. You don't have to say, Alexa, turn on the light, turn off the light. It's just easy. I have a motion sensor. Motion sensor is gonna detect the people, and it's gonna turn on and turn off the lights.
Exactly.
Yep. So here we have the Matter demo kit. So Threx, what is that?
Yeah. So this is for the point where you want to try it out, but you don't want to take the full investment of installing or retrofitting your existing meeting room, right? You can redeem this on our SDG points as well. So for this Matter Smart Home Application demo kit, what we have is we have on the left side, you see we have a room that looks like a bedroom. We have center like a living room, and then on the right side is look like a office. So that board is not just a picture. It actually have 3 separate LEDs installed behind that board. And in the front, you see we have 2 hubs. The one closer to us, the circular white one, is the Apple pod. And then the one behind it, the black square looking one, is another pod for Android devices, right? So if you use iPhone, you pair with the Apple pod. If you use Android, you pair with the black pod in the back. In the center, we have 3 of the XLC series. And on the left side would be the NGE that is powering the 2 hubs. And also on the back, that would be the AC input for the entirety of the demo kit. Okay, So we're going to use the Apple Pod as an example. Karim is going to go through how, once you receive this demo kit, how to pair it up and how to start, utilizing it and seeing the capacity as well as showing it to your customers.
Yeah, so as Rex mentioned, the demo kit already it gonna has the HomePod, it gonna has the lights and the drivers. So what you need extra is just your phone. Then on your phone you have those app, the home Apple app. You're gonna open this app, and once you open the app, you're gonna click on the add or scan accessory. Once you open it, you have the HomePod. So on the HomePod, you gotta just scan the top part of the HomePod and giving like 2 to 3 minutes, and it's gonna be ready for use. And it's gonna add already on your app. And this is after like waiting for 3 minutes, you're gonna see it on your app. Second step, this is the first step, which means we add the hub.
Okay.
Second step, we need to add the drivers.
Right.
So let's take it. If you click on the top, and you can add like or scan accessory, and on the driver we have a QR code. This is called Matter QR code. So with your camera, you're gonna scan this QR code.
Okay.
So this is what you're gonna see. Once you scan it, you're gonna wait for 2 to 3 minutes, able to communicate. Then you're gonna set up the lights. You can say you can name the light whatever name that you need
Right.
to. Then once you add it, you're gonna have it. So you now have the driver and you have the hub, and the hub is the controller. So you can say, hey Siri, turn off the light, and also you still can monitoring this on your phone.
Right.
So you have the both way, by your voice or Siri, or you can use it by your phone. This is like a kind of connected in one light with the hub.
Okay, so that will be the end of today's presentation and Spark session. So next month, it's going to be October 30th at the same time. Well, it's still going to be me. So it's going to be me with Andrew. And next time, we're going to talk about the new product, okay, the NSP series, which is one of our key product releases. And that is replacing our, it's a very prominent, and you cannot miss that one. Okay, you cannot miss that one. Again, on the left side, on the right side, you see that our technical team. We have Karim here. That's his contact information. In addition, we have Brian, who's great. We have Han, which is awesome as well. All three of them will be able to help you out with your technical questions and help you on the design process. So again, thank you guys for coming to today's Tech Spark section, and I had a great time. How about you, Kareem?
Great time.
Okay. All right. Until we meet again, you'll have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.